Is it true you give house tours in a helicopter?
Yeah. If I can take people up in the sky to see properties, to see some of the neighborhoods, and to have a good time, remember that experience forever, and they will talk very nicely to all their circle.
They're not salesmen. They're experiencers. You guys are, you give an experience.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Digital Social Hour. I'm your host, Sean Kelly, with my co-host, Wayne Lewis.
What up, what up?
And our guest today, first time we've had a couple on the show, Alvaro Nunez and Hofit Golan.
Hello.
How's it going?
What's up?
We love being the first.
Yeah, you guys just flew in from Miami, right?
Yes, well, we were a little bit around the world.
I flew in from Europe, but yeah, we were recently in Israel, Montenegro, Croatia.
Damn.
Greek islands, that was just last week. Italy.
How long you guys been going?
Just last week.
Yeah, literally.
How long you guys been running around?
Since the day we met. We don't stop.
Basically.
Wow.
So you guys love traveling.
It's part of our lifestyle.
Yeah.
We love it, yes.
And you guys have been able to figure out how to monetize traveling, which is impressive.
Yeah.
Could you talk about that?
Look, I think that at the end of the day, it's about visualizing the type of vehicle that is going to allow you to live that dream lifestyle.
Right.
And that vehicle has turned into our social media, into our connections, and we love that. So now while we're traveling, we are making also good money.
Wow.
I think for me, from a very young age, I understood that I don't want to work a day in my life. And by meaning that is, if you love what you do, you would do it for free, then you're not working. And if you're getting paid to do what you love, it's just a beautiful bonus.
Right.
And I often describe that I get paid to do what billionaires have to earn money to do. And that's just the life that we designed.
That's crazy. So how do you structure that? Say you want to travel to Greece. How are you able to make money off that?
For example, our recent trip, we partnered with Richard Branson's Virgin Voyages. They launched a beautiful new multi-billion-dollar ship. It's only 2 months old, and they wanted to bring people like us who have the right kind of following, the right kind of audience to showcase the boat. And so we're there, what looks like on vacation, but we're really working, promoting the ship. So they're paying us to promote a luxury product. Now, we'll build into that. So what we wear, we'll strike partnership deals for the clothing brands. We'll strike partnership deals for our vitamins, our creams, our accessories. Alvaro's an athlete, so he gets sponsored to work out. He has to work out regardless, so why not bring brands that can be attached to that activity that align with healthy lifestyle, for example. So everything is an opportunity to be a business prospect if you visualize, if you structure it correctly.
And that's one of the things she's talking about, right? That at the end of the day, it's about what is the lifestyle that we are showcasing. It's not just the product itself, but the lifestyle. So the products that align within that lifestyle is what allowing us to monetize. Because product placement is one of the most important things, and attention is one of the strongest currencies. So companies understand that if we're going to be already in this incredible trip, may as well use their products to be placed in this lifestyle that we're showcasing.
Wow. So you're bringing products and then displaying it.
Right, we're building the storyline for them. Like, if you have to think of the old days of marketing, like Vogue would have to hire a photographer, they'd have to fly an entire team to a location, they'd have to set up a whole location, block a location, hire models, hire hair and makeup, lighting, editors. We do all of that. We build this beautiful videos and photos that tell a story, to showcase their product in the best way, in the best places. So we're doing the job of dozens of people, just us, for these brands. Brands need to be seen, they need their story to be told. And today, really, where can you market? Places like our places, your place, our social media, the digital world is where these stories and these products and these lifestyles are being told. People are not reading magazines or watching commercials or listening to traditional radio. So where else can they go than to these places to kind of build an audience and showcase their brands?
Yeah, I love
You guys
that.
get paid off of lifestyle. In a sense, you're creating a lifestyle within a lifestyle
Yeah.
for the actual brand itself.
Exactly.
That's a good way to say
And
it.
we also guide the brands. We give them feedback.
Shout out to today's sponsor, Rocket Money. Guys, you ever feel like money's just flying out of your account? Well, this app might be able to help you because there's something called subscriptions that are eating at your bank account every single month. And there's apps you don't know about. Delivery apps, streaming services, you name it. You're probably getting charged a monthly fee by a lot of companies and you don't even know. You can see all your subscriptions in one place on the Rocket Money app, and you can cancel all the unwanted subscriptions with one tap. They'll even try to get you a refund for the last couple of months and negotiate your bills to be even lower by up to 20%. All you got to do is take a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that basically finds and cancels unwanted subscriptions. They help you monitor your spending, and they help you lower your bills. Rocket Money has been a great experience for me personally. They've saved me money, hundreds of dollars on bills. They were able to go through all of my credit cards, all of my bank statements, see what I was paying for on a monthly basis. And I found a ton of stuff that I don't even use, honestly. I had an Xbox Game Pass that was being charged monthly. I don't even play games. That one was years old, and they also lowered some of my bills. My phone bill and my Wi-Fi bill were pretty high. They were over $150 a month, and they were able to cut down on those prices. So all in all, shout out to Rocket Money, great product. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/DSH. That's rocketmoney.com/DSH. Link will be in the description below.
Can say you guys might be disconnected because you're sitting in an office, but you're disconnected from what the youngsters or this certain age bracket is actually looking for, what's their concerns. We're mingling with these people and we're help them, guide them into being more authentic and more in a more direct way to communicate with their target audience, and even showing them that there's an audience beyond what they think is their target that they can approach. So we really work hand in hand with the brands we work with.
Nice.
Alvaro, talk to me about your transition from pro tennis to luxury real estate, because there's not a lot of money in tennis outside the top like 10 players, right? But you were able to become super successful. But what was that transition like?
I think tennis became leverage for me, right? When you realize that to make it as a professional tennis player and live out of it, it's really limited to the top 0.0001%, then you want to start using tennis as leverage. So for me, tennis was the opportunity to come to the US with a scholarship, get myself an education, then also plant myself into the most expensive buildings in Miami, start connecting with some of the most successful entrepreneurs, offering what I was in that moment useful, which was as a tennis professional, and then build those relationships so that eventually I will land some opportunities in the business world, which is what I was looking for. And from there forward, it was about always having the same mindset. What is it that you are capable of using? What is your skill set that you can use as leverage?
So you would offer tennis lessons to these billionaires and then network with them?
Yes, basically. And you connect on a lifestyle level, which is the mantra of what we've been doing ever since, right? That's one of the things I live by. What is it that I can do to connect on a much more deeper level than just offering services that are for that specific niche, which is real estate? So I always love to take it a bit farther, which is, okay, how can we improve the experience of the overall successful career in that
And tennis is an intimate sport when it comes to training because you're one-on-one.
Yes, 100%.
So you can talk about what they're doing, how they're feeling,
People love it too. They have a good time. It's all about having a good time.
And most people aren't good at tennis. I can say right now, we're probably trash at tennis.
I used to play. You're tall guy. Well, you both are very tall.
Yeah,
so
but
it's a tough
tennis
sport.
is tough.
Yeah.
Tennis is a one-on-one.
Requires a lot of coordination.
Yeah,
definitely.
Tennis is tough.
A lot of rich people like playing tennis, though.
Hey, there you go.
So from there, you started Super Luxury Group, right? Your real estate company?
Yes, eventually everything led towards that. And right now, it's the main focus on Super Luxury Group is to redefine the way that we are selling luxury properties. We've teamed up with different influencers, luxury brands, celebrities, and real estate professionals to really market and celebritize those homes. In fact, one of the reasons that Hofit and I ended up dating was because
it is the reason, not one.
She said the reason.
No, it's the way we met because they DM'd me to collaborate on a $48 million penthouse.
Wow.
And ended up staying in a very different property. But,
That was not the idea, but it worked out.
But they reached out to me for a collaboration.
Yeah.
And talking about network, I often say your network is your net worth.
Right.
Absolutely.
And who is in your network opens you the doors to elevate all your opportunities. So
Wow.
networking is one of the most important tools that you can have in building any kind of business.
Makes your life easier.
Yeah.
Well, and you can take it even deeper because we're talking here about OPAs, other people audiences. The reason that we found so effective to work with influencers and other luxury brands is because they've already built an audience
Right.
that we're looking towards building. So if an influencer like Hofit, who has won Influencer of the Year by Forbes, is already living this amazing lifestyle and working and dealing with the high net worth individuals that we want to work with, may as well utilize that to have her not only promote the property but also promote our brand so that we can find that bridge. And it was always about leveraging something. In that particular case, we were no longer leveraging tennis. We were leveraging the properties that we had access to offer that to the influencers we
Gotcha.
wanted to work with. So it's always about going back down to what do I have access to that I can use as leverage to reach the point that I want to reach as fast as possible.
Alvaro and I are very similar in that sense. We, in networking and building relationships, whether it's personal or business or both, we always lead with value. Before I ask anybody for anything, I think, what can I do for you? What can I add to you? What can I help you with? And by the time I'm done helping them, they want to give something back to me. So it's not transactional. It's just supportive.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are very transactional, and I think that has a superficial feeling to it, and people could see through that. But when you really lead with value, people appreciate you, and you build a much better relationship than just that one moment transactional business move.
Yeah.
And if you lead with value, you create friendships, and those friendships open doors to so many opportunities.
Right.
Yeah, I love that.
beyond that one business transaction that would have been.
Yeah. Is it true you sold a $22 million house?
Yeah, that actually is a great story. I was actually with Hofit already.
Oh, yeah?
That was on my first year in real estate.
First year?
First year.
22
Damn.
million?
Yes.
What's the commission on that?
5%, right?
No, 3, but
Oh,
it's
3?
almost $1 million.
Yeah, it's still
okay.
high.
And,
good.
and I gotta tell you,
It's good.
it's good. I don't know.
We were in Dubai. We were.
We were in Dubai.
Oh, you
when the-
celebrated that
when-
one
when
for
the
sure.
So
check came
was that
yes.
in the States? Or is
Yes,
that-
in the
okay,
States.
Okay.
Miami?
The property was sold in South Florida.
Okay.
Yes,
South
a
Florida?
bit more up
Yeah.
north from
Nice.
Miami.
And the amazing thing that I have to give Alvaro kudos for is that the property was actually 25 million, and the buyer was prepared to pay that.
Yeah.
And Alvaro, and this is the value that you won't find a lot of people give.
Yeah.
Alvaro went and negotiated a $3 million discount to the buyer, and that's a lot of commission that he's losing.
Yeah.
But he's leading that value, and the buyer was so shocked because he already agreed to pay the $25 million.
Wow.
And I don't know any broker anywhere that would do what Alvaro
Hell
did.
no.
Because Alvaro looks at the long-term relationship
Mm.
of that. And so by giving that person a
$3
$3
million
million discount,
Where does that even happen?
it doesn't. And that's the thing that's super luxury group and really super Alvaro. And that's his heart and that's his
awesome.
kindness, because he's not money driven and he's not greedy. And the fact that he went and really fought for his client is just a reflection of who he is as a person and
Wow.
what the company really offers the client. It's not just about the money and that short-term transaction. It's like looking at the long-term and leading with value. And his client was flabbergasted because nobody else would have done that.
Yeah.
No, that's not
And this
even-
is why I
that's
bring
not-
Hofit to the podcast, because she sells myself
your
very
hype man.
nicely. I don't need to brag about myself. She does it for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
I'll collect my commission later.
right.
Exactly. That's the percentage fee she
Right,
gets.
right.
No, but to be honest, and I appreciate you saying that, I do believe that there is also something missing in this story, which is about, okay, in the first year of real estate, how do you end up getting to that point, right? And sometimes it's about putting your ego aside. It's about first dreaming big and understanding that whatever that path you need to follow to reach that point where you're selling a multi-million-dollar home, you need to break that path. Because everybody that has walked that path is going to tell you start small, renting apartments, slowly get to that point.
Yeah.
Why? You're spending already your time and resources to get to a high point. So find a way, again, leverage. How can you get yourself leverage to get to that point? And about finding what are you valuable that you can bring to the table. And in our case, it's again, the marketing, the attention. So we started to partner up with some of the most successful real estate brokers that were already selling those type of properties. So by working with these people, you already started to create this image of you working with these properties. And that's how we ended up leading to points where people were coming to us for help finding those properties. And I didn't just take on and do it on my own. I partner up with people that already knew what to do from beginning to end, so that, all right, maybe I need to share my commission, but I know that this transaction is going to go through 100%. The experience of the client is going to be unbelievable, and the relationship that I'm building with all parties is going to be impressive. And not only that, but the knowledge that I'm acquiring through the process is much more valuable than anything else.
Yeah.
So putting ego aside and partnering up with people that are going to help you elevate in all senses is the most important thing you can do.
Yeah, that
Love
client
that.
became a friend. He took us to the Grammys this year.
Wow.
So, and he's talking about more projects. And so you have to think big, but also think long term. So sometimes you have to take a small, I wouldn't call it a loss, but sometimes you have to, give one to get one. And so giving a $3 million discount to a billionaire, they don't get that because everyone's after their money. Everybody's,
Right. They're trying to take from them.
yeah, and he's giving to them, and
Wow.
he's not in that position.
What
So I
are
thought that was a great.
the dark days like?
We all
Where
go
things aren't going your way.
we all go through dark days, right? And
Yeah.
even most recently with the Mental Health Awareness Month, you realize that there is so much going on out there where people are suffering
Yeah.
in so many ways, from depression, anxiety, stress, and we've all faced it, right?
Right.
We've never had an easy path to where we are today, and this is what I believe has made us who we are. A lot of people talk about the why, which is very important, your vision, right? Like, okay, what's your vision? Why do you want to get to that vision? But the people forget to talk about the how.
Right.
The how is what builds your character. And sometimes when you are facing those big obstacles and you're going through those dark moments, that's how you become the strong person that you are today. So for us, yes, we've come through the process of becoming who we are today thanks to those dark moments. And those dark moments can be defined in so many different ways.
Absolutely.
They're actually so important. I think that when you're uncomfortable, Alvaro says this very often, you have the greatest growth.
Absolutely.
And so what doesn't kill you makes you stronger is really true. In the moments where you are the most uncomfortable, where you suffer the most, if you can overcome it, and this is really important, I really want to emphasize this, if you can learn from it, then those dark days are more impactful and more important and more defining for your future in a positive way than any good day. Because a good day just goes by and you forget about it.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
something pushes you, challenges you, you're forced to be out of your comfort zone. You're forced to make decisions. You're forced
Right.
to think. You're forced to survive. You're forced to react. You're forced to rethink the system, and there you find where your real strength is.
Yeah.
And so these dark days are as important, if not more important, than any cozy day. And we all need them because they define us, they make us,
That's
they
how you grow,
strengthen
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
They're important.
Is it true you give house tours in a helicopter?
How does that work?
Again, I think it's all about connecting passions.
Yeah.
You want to become an outlier.
Yeah.
In such a saturated industry in real estate, a lot of people go the same route. So how do you stand out? How do you do something different? But that it's also connecting your passions. I love heights. I'm a skydiver. I love climbing mountains. And in fact, I love flying helicopters. So how can you use that to connect it to real estate? So if I can take people up in the sky to see properties, to see some of the neighborhoods and to have a good time, definitely those people are going to remember
That's a
that
memorable-
experience
yeah.
forever, and they will talk very nicely to all their circle.
Yeah. That's marketing for you, actually.
Yeah. it's
You
fun.
want to be memorable, right?
Right. So how
You don't want to blend.
Yeah.
Don't
how
ever
hard
try
is
to
it
blend.
to actually sell a home of that value? You talking about 10 million, 20 million, 48 million dollar homes, like
He was actually given the opportunity. He was shown a $218 million home.
Where?
And they asked him, so like nearly $250 million home, and they brought Alvaro to do social media to promote the home.
Damn.
It's
Where
on
was it
his
at?
Instagram.
In West Palm is the actual,
West Palm?
Yes.
Oh, is it called
Yeah.
The One or something?
No, the one is actually owned by
West
a friend
Palm
of mine. It's
in
been for
South
years.
Florida. It's an actual private island, the only private island in South Florida, and it's actually a very beautiful estate. But just to answer your question a bit more summarized, I will say that it's easier to sell a luxury home. Because what happens is that the people that you work with at that level, it becomes not so much transactional, it's not so much about the numbers, it's more about the emotions.
Wow.
Right? Because when you're looking at low value properties, you're always looking at the numbers. You're
Right.
looking more at the comparables. But when you're looking at properties that their value is so high, $1, $2, $3 million difference is not going to be as important as the emotion that is attached to it. So the experience that you get to offer the individual, the connection that that person feels with the property, it's so much more important. So one of the things that you need to do is to always connect with that individual, ask the right question, understand what they're really looking for, and provide something that is beyond the property itself.
Wow. I never thought of it that way, but that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
nah.
$1 million to $1 billion is like whatever.
Yeah, but
It's all relative, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
how many billionaires are there though? That's the question. And then it's like
500 something in the
how
US.
many do you have access to, and this, that, and the third. So, but again, it comes with your connections that you've had. You know. So did you end up getting the $230 million home sold?
No, but look, it's about attaching your brand and yourself with this
To
type
that
of
home,
properties.
yeah.
Because
The house sold. He
Oh, it
did some
did?
social media for it. He did actually post it, but it sold.
Someone bought it?
No, the island didn't sell yet.
Oh, I thought you told
no,
me it
no,
sold.
No, no, no,
Okay.
no.
So the island didn't sell yet.
No, no, no.
So they want 200 and how much?
16.
Yeah, no, the price has reduced a little bit. Because they're
It went
trying to
down.
fight. But I gotta tell you that at the end of the day, one of the most important elements to sell this type of properties is attention. You need to
Right.
create the right attention,
Yeah.
right? Because if people don't know about it, they're not gonna buy it.
Right.
So the way that you create that, it's also falling down into what we do a lot, which is, okay, how can we make this property famous? How can we make it desirable? How can we provide experiences within this house? And that's why now we've been doing a bit more of projects together when it comes to the content creator houses.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So that's another project that has been very efficient, which is making the properties famous, but not so much in a weekend experience or activation, but how can we take a property before it gets marketed, right? Because a lot of properties get on the market and they go on the traditional way of doing real estate.
MLS, yeah.
MLS, video, this and that, share to your database. However, if before we market it, if we put it on the market, we take 1 month, 3 weeks, and we turn it into a content creator house where we're bringing hundreds of high-end quality influencers,
Yeah.
celebrities, luxury
Yeah.
brands, and we are putting it in the eyeballs of all the most interesting people that have access to buy this type of properties, that property will sell before it even hits the market.
Wow.
And it's the
That's an
perfect
interesting
marriage
concept,
between
yeah.
our two worlds as
Yeah,
well.
because
So
you have
we-
access to all those people.
We did one in Miami in March, April. That one wasn't with the purpose of necessarily selling the house. We wanted to create an experience, and we brought some of our favorite brands with some of our favorite influencers. And I have to say, we had almost 400 influencers pass through the
Damn.
house. We had people fly in. We thought it was just going to be local Miami-based influencers. People flew in from Machu Picchu, Dubai,
What?
LA, Toronto,
That's crazy.
Greece, France, England,
Holy-
all over the Texas. Like
Yeah.
it was crazy. We weren't expecting Brazil, and we had 10x. Gary Brecka was one of our brand sponsors. And it was a perfect way because it's not like the content creator house in the way that you might think of a bunch of TikTokers and YouTubers running around. It was very curated because we wanted to make it like a perfect way for the right content creator to meet the right brand, the right brand to meet the right kind of partners. We shot commercials, we shot podcasts, we did
Or
really
magazines.
elegant events.
Yeah.
We hit almost 1 billion views between
Wow.
our joint content.
That's
and
crazy.
now we're launching one that's going to be more permanent, and it's just because it's the right mix of brands need the right eyeballs, influencers want to be associated to the right luxury brands, and
Right.
you put them in a beautiful property, which we did, double-digit, multi-million-dollar property on the water. We had yachts,
Beautiful.
jet skis. We
Damn.
brought amazing photographers.
Invite us next time.
You see,
Wow,
It's-
man,
you
you're
wa-
in.
and it
You're
wasn't.
in?
Yeah, I'm in.
And you walk away with gifts and contracts for campaigns, and
Damn.
yeah, it was.
So
We
you
ran.
made it a win-win for everyone.
That's the entire
they don't sell,
concept.
bro.
What do you mean?
They're not salesmen.
Right, they're not pitching
there's
you.
an influencer, they're experiencers.
Yeah.
You guys you give an experience and
We
you
don't
allow
wanna
it to
sell
sell itself.
anything.
If it's gonna
Right.
sell, it's gonna sell itself.
It sells by
It sells
itself.
itself because
Yeah.
Sells
Wow.
itself.
You-
You want to make it desirable. Once you find a way to make something desirable, they're gonna come to you, and when they come to you, you have control.
Right.
Right, and then you're adding value by having all these events there.
Yeah.
So there's value in that place. They're like, wow, what is
Also,
this?
we don't work with brands that we don't believe in. For example, I'm very pro animals. I love animals.
Right.
So I turn down fur campaigns all the time.
Fur
It just
campaigns.
doesn't sit right with my ethos. In fact, every night we fall asleep, he watches me watching doggy and cat videos. And every morning he asks me, what did you dream about? I dream about cats.
That's
And
funny.
so if there's certain things that you have to say no to money. Money is
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
answer to everything. So when you walk into our house, it's representing the things that we love. So we're gonna give you life hacks, wellness hacks. So we did biohacking, neurofeedback. We taught people how to, reverse their the reverse aging, like
Yeah,
how
yeah.
not to get sick, how to beauty hacks and fashion and travel, and people got invited on trips around the world, and they
Wow.
got amazing goodie bags, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah.
So how do you guys reverse?
Reverse aging.
How do you biohacking? What is that?
You partner up with the people that know how to do it.
I mean, that's one
The
of
end.
my
That's
very
it.
big passions is how never to give my health to a doctor. So I believe in that the traditional medical community, it's too much about putting a band-aid on the symptom and not true health.
Facts.
And I want to give people another alternative to health, which is not how I'm going to sell you unnecessary procedures, unnecessary medicines that are really poisonous. And so we brought people into the house that taught people natural stem cells. We had a test that you did,
Gary
which is
Brecka, yeah.
methylation. We had Gary Brecka coming and teaching breath work, doing blood work, checking people's methylation. We checked hidden food allergies. We had red light therapy. We had ice bath. We had hyperbaric chambers.
Wow.
We had ways to put your body back into alkalization. So if you're alkaline, for example, did you know that 80% of diseases cannot grow in an alkaline body, including
Wow.
cancer? Cancer cannot thrive in an alkaline body.
That's crazy. So how do you put
So
yourself
basic.
in that state?
It's sugar and carbs are acidic. So much processed food is all acidic. Canned food, canned drinks, things that are also heavily processed are acidic. Eat more healthy greens, cut sugar, cut carbs. These are little basic things that you can do that are not that easy because the food that you eat out there is
Yeah, it's
really
tough.
toxic.
Yeah.
But if you care about your health
You're
and you
gonna
want
do
to
it.
look great and you want to feel great, then you're going to do it naturally. And we just put amazing people in a house that sat down face to face and taught you all these hacks. And people, we would come home and see our girlfriends laying in red light at 2 o'clock in the morning, just
I love that.
nuking their cells and getting revitalized and having pure oxygen mask on and while lying on a PMF mat and
Damn.
alkalizing their body instead of being in a nightclub in Miami.
Yeah.
And that was the vibe that we were trying to kind of generate in the house. It's not a party house, it's a creator's house. And we're
Right.
here to connect on our
Right.
shared passions. And the house, ironically, ended up getting 3 offers to be bought and multiple offers to be rented,
Crazy.
which the house wasn't on the market. But that's the power of Alvaro's formula, which is celebritizing a house.
Wow.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's more than just all these things we're talking about, right? We want to make sure that when people are working within this environment, they know that they're going to live a fulfilled life. Because a lot of people, I love the mantra, by the way, of everyone dies, but not everyone lives. So live full, die empty.
Absolutely.
And this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure that people level up in their lives, to do something that is beyond what they've ever even thought was possible, right? From health, from experiences, from knowledge, from financial.
Right.
So the whole idea is, how can we help people elevate their lives? And if we can do it all together and grow as a community, then we're all winning.
Yeah.
That's what your book is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to us
Let's
about this
get on
book
that.
before we wrap it up.
Level up. Ooh, level up.
Level up.
Level up. This is for you guys. But no,
oh, yeah.
level up is how to become the hero of your own story. There is so many people out there that have given up on their dreams.
Right.
And it's about turning your obstacles into superpowers. Don't let anything derail you from your biggest goals, your biggest dreams. And it's more of an autobiography with / of lessons that you have throughout the book that are going to help you level up in life.
And
Nice.
what mindset do you go into this lifestyle every day? Like, what are you telling yourself every day?
First, what I'm grateful for.
Okay.
I think that's the most powerful thing you can do every morning.
Yeah.
What are you grateful for? And that's going to supercharge your soul. And once you know the things that you currently have in your life, and then you start looking into why you want to do what you want to do, because yes, you want to have that vision board, you want to have that vision that is going to push you forward, but there needs to be something deeper, and that's why you look into the why. But one of the things that it's super important, and at least it has worked for both of us, is to surround yourself with people that also love to dream, because curiosity is what expands your mind. Surrounding yourself with people that are dreaming bigger than you, doing bigger things than you, and the relationship vision board I call, because people have vision boards, but how many have a relationship vision board? I visualize the people that I want to have relationships
A
with.
relationship
Wow.
vision board.
Yes.
So you got
That
like
is a
Elon
new
Musk.
Oh yeah, that's in my list.
A
But you know,
relationship
and I break
vision
it
board.
down into different categories. You know, I have different buckets of people that I want to do things with.
Nice.
I have for my career, my financial, my social, my health, and
Wow.
all of these things, right? And that relationship vision board is so powerful because you start connecting with these people in a very deep level. You start seeing what they're doing online, and you start, following, you start attacking, and then you start visualizing what you're going to do. And I'll tell you, the same way that the law of attraction exists, that manifestation exists, it exists towards that relationship vision board. And we get to do some of the most incredible things with some people that, if I look back a couple of years ago, I'll be like, oh my God.
I mean, the first launch of his book, we did it with NASA Zero G, and the first picture of the book was we were floating with no gravity, training where Elon Musk trains his astronauts, where
Wow.
NASA trained their astronauts, where SpaceX and Virgin Galactic, and we were like, we want to be the first influencers in space, and so we started with training with Zero G and
That's
doing the
sick.
space flights, and
You guys went to space?
we did no, we will.
It's on the list.
But we started training. We
on the
flew
vision
on the
board.
plane that trains.
Yeah.
We did our first level of astronaut training.
Wow.
And the thing is that I say to a lot of people, there's a lot of noise. Life is filled with noise.
Yeah.
You have to quiet all the noise. Everyone is going to tell you their opinion,
For sure.
whether you want to hear it or not. The only opinion that matters, the only sound that matters is your inner voice. You got to live for yourself.
Right.
Do you do what you love to do? Do you wake up in the morning and do you feel like you're living the full potential of this one life that you're given to live? So don't go and do what you're told to do. Don't listen to what society or religion or your parents or your friends, your neighbors, your teachers are telling you. If it doesn't resonate with you inside, break the rules. Not the rules that get you into jail.
Not the law,
but
yeah.
break the rules that prohibit you from maximizing and optimizing your life.
I love that.
And if people don't agree with what you're doing, there's almost 8 billion people in the world, just replace them and put people around you that empower you and allow you to dream even bigger than the dream you're living. Because in the end, the only obstacle in your life to living your full dream is yourself.
Love
I
that.
have one more question. How do you guys maintain a successful relationship?
Well, I think the key is to be happy on your own. We met in a real state of happiness. I was good on my own, she was good on her own. We were not looking to be in a relationship. And when you keep on that happiness and you are not dependent on each other and you're walking a path that is parallel, that you can keep on supporting each other, respecting each other, loving each other, and giving us enough space, because I get to do some of the craziest things that people are like, how is your girlfriend even supporting this? Like, she's the number one fan, she's the biggest supporter.
Right.
And vice versa, you know,
Yeah, I
when she's
have,
doing
like-
also things, I support her.
Nice.
I have like mantras for relationship. When we're together, we're stronger together, and we want to be a dream team. So we really are each other's biggest fans. And when we're separated, we divide and conquer. But we're working to a joint vision of like, I don't want anything from him, and he doesn't want anything from me. But we want to build together. Because it's more fun to build and make our dreams come true together. And when I see him win, when I see him achieve a goal, I'm so
Yeah.
excited for him. And he's the same way for me. And together we create new goals that probably separately we wouldn't have had. And that's the most important thing. It's not what can I get from you, or what can you get from me, or what do we do for each other. It's how together we are building something so much bigger than just ourselves.
Nice.
Love that.
But individually, we're still true to who we are before we met each other, but now we're just bigger, better versions of that.
Yeah. Love that. Anything you guys want to close off with?
I love a quote, and this is back to what Hofit was saying, right? That at the end of the day, there's a quote by Oprah Winfrey that says, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. And it's about really building a business or a project that fuels your passion and go towards that.
Gotcha. I like that.
I hope you enjoyed us popping your couple of virginity.
You guys it, man. I
Right.
love
No,
you two together.
thank you
Yeah,
for
you
having
guys
us.
gotta
That was
get
a
Thank
lot
you
of
for
fun.
having us.
Yeah.
It's
Energy
my first
solid.
podcast. actually.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
So we
I've
took your virginity too.
It's a double whammy.
Yeah.
I've
Wow.
actually been asked to do quite a lot of them, but I've
Yeah.
always said no, and so
You were a natural.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
good.
I couldn't tell.
She's great, right?
Yeah.
Well, look, that's
She
what
speaks
also,
well. She explains herself. She looks at both of us.
Yeah.
God, I'm gonna be having to pay you all out later. Gosh.
All right. Well, where can people find you guys?
Social media is
Ditto.
the easiest.
Ditto.
Instagram, Alvaro Nunez.
Hofit Golan official.
Any events coming up?
Yes,
Yes,
actually.
actually, we're prepping for the Venice Film Festival,
Okay.
so it's back to the red carpet soon.
Oh, are you guys got a film coming out, or are you just going to view?
No, we're working with brands. So we're working with
Okay.
Armani Beauty. We're working with quite a few brands there that we're going to be walking the red carpet on their behalf. So.
Nice. Stay tuned for that, guys. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.
Peace.